Hey, what gives you the blues?
I don't know, I feel pretty good today. So.
Feeling good today? Alright,
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Let's put yourself in my shoes then. What gives me the blues?
Where do I start?
Maybe we should get into this. But what I do know for sure is the key of E is the official key of real blues.
The fact that you just got a sink, don't have an oven, the
Yeah,
whole
I thought we weren't going to talk about this.
It's a love life situation.
Listen, we definitely don't need. The thing with the egg at this point. Anyway, don't need to talk about my love life blues. We need to talk about the key of E.
Yeah, I love the key. It's
You turned me onto this.
Oh, it's one of the many people's keys.
The blues key.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're going to teach me today why E is the key of the blues.
Because you got all the open strings.
Okay. Alright, well, what
And if you kind of get lost when you're playing the blues, you just hit an open string. If you panic and you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Open string.
There we go.
Good.
Alright, should we give the people a taste of it and then maybe write down some stuff?
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Blues action going on. And you're saying that was all just key of E.
Key of E, baby.
I love it. Well, so give me some tips. I actually don't play a lot of E blues. I'm more of an A guy, but enlighten me.
Well, I think the foundation of a lot of the things you do in the blues is you're thinking about the chords that are happening underneath. And one of the cool and unique things about the blues is you can actually alter the chord progression within those standard 12 bars. So the first thing that I might think to do is if I'm playing the 12 bars of E blues, the first 4 bars are the one chord, and E, that's usually going to be E, all 4 bars.
Okay.
But the second bar, I might put an A in there.
Okay.
So let's try that. So it goes like...
You want me to do it or
You do
so
it, and then I'll think about playing over that chord in my solo, which adds a little bit
So
of...
just the second bar of the first 4.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll play 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then we're back normal.
And then now I go to the 4 chord.
Yep.
For 2 bars.
So just by switching that, bring that 4 chord in a little bit early, just like that more movement early on, and then when you introduce that in your solo, you're like thinking about that in your solo, it just like adds a little bit of a deeper element, which sounds quite good.
I will say the cool thing about E blues is like your 1, 4, 5 are just really the first and second frets of the ones you have to fret, right? So like E7 is an open E, 2A, open E, 1 E, B. A7 is just that down the string, but 2 on the B string, and then B7 is open E, not open, 2, 1, 2, open B.
There's no money past the 3rd fret, they say, but in this situation, there's no money past the second fret.
So for rhythm guitar, it's like the easiest because I'm just like E, A, B. Here's a real blues question for you. Do you play your B7s with the F sharp on top?
Yeah, or I'll put the sharp 9 like hit the D in there.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a pretty cool one. I'll tell you one thing I really do love about the E blues is the fact that you can have this E droning out all the way through, so you can add like some licks that just always incorporate that. So if I'm playing, I might go like, everything I'm playing there, it just has an E over top of it, which is like a nice feature to add in there. It fills up the sound, adds something kind of cool in there.
That's a good point. It kind of glues together whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah, musical glue.
It's blues glue.
Blues glue.
Blues glues.
Blues clues?
No, that's a different type of thing. Yeah? Alright, cool. So I like that. Is there like a starting point that you kind of generally go to from a lead standpoint?
Well, typically, I mean, for E blues or regardless, I'm going usually to that first pentatonic pattern. I think a lot of people do that. Like whether it be there or here. That shape, but like kind of alternating between different notes there. So everybody knows like the typical E minor pentatonic.
Sure.
but there are a couple notes you can stick in there that bring it to life. So if you're playing over top of specifically the 1 chord of the E blues,
Yeah.
it sounds real nice if you put the G sharp in there, which would be the major third of the E7 chord. So it's really nice to like kind of focus on that. So if I'm playing that, I'm using my G, but I'm also going to like maybe draw more attention, put the spotlight on the G sharp.
All right, so emphasize that. I'll just kind of bam.
So I'm hitting that. So now we go to the A, and so when you switch to the A, and now I'm not even touching that. And the fact that I've now changed it up, it makes it seem like I'm playing the chord changes a bit. So now go to the A.
Okay, so right now, or to go from the E to the A?
Okay, let's do this.
1, 2, 3, go to A.
And so now I'm just hitting this note. And then when you go back to the E, I'm kind of hinting now back at that note again. Because that note is not in an A7.
Right.
And so I'm just like kind of highlighting the difference. I'm never touching it when I hit the A7. And so now I'm playing the chord changes, which like just adds a deeper element to whatever I do.
Nor is that note in E minor pentatonic.
Nope.
So that's why I kind of
Flavor
give
note.
you, yeah, flavor. What's the most flavorful thing that you've had on the trip so far? We're at the Martin Museum and Factory.
Food-wise?
Yeah, they had us out here and they've been paying for meals.
Yeah, Indian food last night was amazing. They've actually like knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
We went to Moe's taco place.
That was, that was okay.
I had my like expectations pretty low, but then
Yeah, we started off with Moe's, but then after that, it's
And
been...
Moe's is fine. Like no offense to Moe's, but like
Sure.
it's just like yeah, it's Moe's.
Would you say that the food prep people had a lot of skill on this trip so far?
Yeah, sure.
Would you
I
be
wonder if they
interested?
learned that
Would
skill.
you be interested in them sharing that skill?
I actually
Because
would.
you're in luck. This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Skillshare.
Give me some blues in E, and I'll just talk a little bit about Skillshare. So Skillshare is an incredible website where you can sign up for a free trial, and if you do that, I actually get a small commission where I can continue to keep my dream alive. The reason that I had him stop talking about all my blues is because I have very many afflictions in my life currently that I'm dealing with. So these Skillshare signups help me out tremendously, don't cost you anything, and you have access to thousands of hours of courses where you can learn pretty much any skill you'd ever want to. You can learn cooking, you can learn blues guitar.
I got so many spaghetti tips. I think last time we did this, I gave my
You
spaghetti
talking about
tips.
spaghetti tips?
I got garden tips too from Skillshare.
Garden tips. Cool. Keep playing the blues. I'm doing the ad. Gardening tips, Photoshop tips, electronic dance music tips, which is something I'm actually looking into right after this. And it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps your boy out. To keep on being able to take these awesome trips to the Martin Museum. What do you know about that, Sam? Also, the first 1,000 people to click the link will get a free trial of Skillshare, and if you comment enough, me and Samurai will make a how to make the perfect YouTube thumbnail video course, only available on Skillshare.
I will say, I haven't had a relationship with Skillshare for a while. I've worked with them before, but
Yeah.
like, even though like they're not paying me to say anything,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually do think it's a great, genuinely great product.
There it is. See, that's an authentic
Yeah.
tip right there. Speaking of authentic tip, how about another fire blues tip? What do you got for me? How about a lick? Can you teach me a lick in E?
Okay, so the way that I approach blues in general is there's 3 parts to the blues. You got your 1 chord, your 4 chord, and the 5 chord. And
Right.
kind of like with our last tip, I'm really trying to accentuate them. So one of the things that I'll often do is like use stock licks on maybe like the turnaround part, like the beat. Like I got like a handful of things that I kind of basically always do.
Okay.
And so one of those, it's kind of a cool thing within the E pentatonic-ish shape. So what I'm doing there, so we got E pentatonic, but I'm kind of using the, on the open E string, I'm using the open string, the 1st fret, and the 2nd fret in my lick.
Okay.
And you're really just like hinting at those, you're just kind of touching on them. And I would only use those usually over top of the A or the B chord. So play me some blues, and I'll try to bring that
Over the A. Then
yeah, and then see how like it just really works over the top of those.
Go to A. Go to B.
It accentuates those notes, and I think with all the blues and really just like all the stuff I play, I'm thinking about the chords. And at first, when you think about these things, you're consciously thinking about it, but you want to get to the point where you're not even thinking about it. These things just like come out naturally.
So did you always have this approach to kind of playing blues music, or something that developed?
No. Definitely developed over time.
Okay.
So when I was first playing blues, the first thing I did was just, E minor pentatonic. I'm just going to hit notes and like hope for the best and use my ear and hopefully kind of wing it. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I want to go a step further with this. So I looked at like what my favorite blues artists were doing, and I noticed that over specifically the A and the B chords, they would do different things. And so like I would really like just memorize what they were doing basically. And then after I'd memorized it and felt like I totally figured it out, I would try to forget it, and then it would come out naturally.
Okay.
And that's like the cycle is, you don't know it, and you know it so well you forget it.
Oh man.
It's like the thing that there's like a karate or like judo or martial arts thing where you get your white belt, and then you work so hard, you spend so much time wearing that white belt, it gets so dirty.
That you forget
it
you're
turns
not
black.
wearing pants.
No.
Oh, that's not the.
It gets so dirty it turns black. And then after enough time, that black belt, after getting stained by the sun and whatever, turns white again. And
That's
there's
like
a thing.
That's like the most goblin karate metaphor I've ever heard. You
I didn't
wear
make
your
it up.
clothes so dirty and
Yeah, because you're so experienced.
ragged, and then you become a better fighter. Yeah, that's great.
Whatever, it's Jackie Chan quote.
That's
so.
great. Oh, so okay, all right. Well, now I'm sold for sure. All right, how about one more blues tip? Do you have one more thing?
Double stops. Which means
okay.
like two notes at the same time.
All right.
E's actually a little bit harder to do this in.
Yeah.
But, so like I'm just thinking that maybe up here I'm thinking of like an E, kind of an E like bar chord shape, the notes of the E bar chord, and I'll try to kind of accentuate those when I'm playing. Very Chuck Berry.
Okay.
So really you're just thinking of a handful of notes. You got the two on top here that are the same one like on the 12th fret.
Right.
And then the double notes on the 14th fret, so like. Yeah.
There, okay.
And then
G.
the 12 frets on the, and then I also will hammer onto that third note there, the major third. So with those, you.
That's good. I like that.
So I'm just using like those 3 sets of notes, and I'm just like making up things interesting rhythmically with those, and like there's so much you can do with them, and the fact that you're now adding 2 notes just adds like a different element to it.
I'm going to add something here. So that position for me, I like taking that minor pentatonic position 1, but starting it on the 7th fret of the A string. And I think this is a good spot. This is like a good double stop spot in between where he just showed you in the open thing, right? Right? That's kind of like that, it's a good way to get you.
As soon as you add that second note, it brings it to life. It adds a new dimension, and I think that just takes you out of like just running up and down that pentatonic scale.
Man, well, now that you guys are going to use these fire tips and the Skillshare tips, and I mean, there's really only one guitar this works on, right? To my knowledge, Martin guitars.
Love the Martin. This is the
right.
Street.
You got the Streetmaster. That's the 15. I believe it's
Double 15 Streetmaster. I'm actually like amazed at how awesome these are. I've never played one
I got
before.
one of these.
They project like this is so loud
Right.
and robust and full.
I think this is a good match. We play lead on that, and the rhythm on the SC. The cool thing about the SCs is like the cutaway is like so deep.
I was gonna pick up in it too. Look at this.
Yeah,
I didn't look at this one.
bro, the SC is where, like, if you're a performer, the SCs are great performance guitars because they don't have the depth of the awesome Martin Dreadnoughts, so they like hang
I
well
think
with
this is
the
better
strap.
solo. It's got the cut in the back.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying from a volume point, acoustically. But if you're performing, the cutaway is awesome.
When we take the Sean Daniel Sammy G show on the road,
Let us
how much
know.
reviews?
Let us know where we should go. We're traveling spirits now.
Huh?
You know what I mean? I'll tell you one thing though, wherever we're going, we're doing it in the key of E. Let's play us out. 2, 3, 4.